What is good, everybody? So Kelvin Banks Jr. made his professional debut this past Sunday in the preseason opener against the Los Angeles Chargers. And spoiler alert, he played really, really well. But I want to go over some of his snaps. I want to go over the tape and really get into the intricate details of how he played versus the Chargers in his first ever live game action at the professional level. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so first clip here. Of course, Kelvin Banks Jr. He didn't play much, but he played enough to get so we can get a really good idea to see how he's going to be on the field. And like I said, I thought he played really, really well in this first play here. Again, really good set, right? Really smooth. He's so smooth with his set. It's almost like, I forget which offensive lineman said it. It might have been Will Clapp or one of the Saints offensive linemen basically said that his set reminds him of Ryan Ramczyk because of how smooth it is. He like almost just glides. He has a really, really light feet, and of course that's huge for offensive linemen so that they can redirect when needed and have really good footwork in the run game and stuff like that. And Kelvin Banks Jr., he has it all, man. He really, really does. So smooth in his set. This rep here perfectly, right? Again, offensive linemen, of course, we want to set inside out, protect the inside half first, right? So basically we want to make sure that our defender's leg, inside leg, is splitting our crotch, right? And this is perfect, right? I mean, you could see crotch, inside leg, perfect. We're not overset. We didn't underset. This is perfect, right? And I also like how in this clip here, he uses independent hands, right? He doesn't throw a two-handed strike. He uses independent hands. This is, high-level technique. And he did it a ton on his college tape as well, so it's not surprising to see here. But you can see he shoots that outside hand first, right? On the outside chest plate of that defender, stopping him there. And then he brings back that inside hand next, right? Boom. And then once this happens, you see a little bull rush from the defender and he sort of gets his hands, knocked off. But guess what? He replaces it. Check out that inside hand. He replaces it back inside right there. That's what you like to see. That's the details that you got to look over that you don't see much on the broadcast, right? Again, outside hand strike first, bring that inside hand. We get knocked off. That's fine. We replace it back inside right there. That's good, beautiful football play right there from Kelvin Banks Jr. One more time, just for the heck of it, because it's so pretty. Boom. Next one here is showing really, really good patience in his set this time. Doesn't shoot a strike too soon. He stays really, really patient with his strike. Watch this. Again, a buttery smooth pass set. Again, just sort of glides, sets perfectly. Watch this. Boom. Right? Look how perfect that was. You could tell this defender was waiting to throw a move, but he wasn't able to because he was so patient, Kelvin Banks Jr. was, in throwing his hands that the defender had no choice but to go ahead and make his move because, he was coming to the top of the rush, right? You can see he's waiting on the strike, the defender that is, but Kelvin Banks is like, listen, buddy, I'm not doing anything until you do. And then the defender throws his move. Kelvin Banks Jr. times his strike perfectly. Again, we're perfectly in front of that defender. We're mirroring him. We're moving our feet. Look at the feet. He's so light on his feet, man. So light on his feet. Let's go back again. There we go. From the top again. Perfect set. Patient with the hands. Boom. Right there. And then we mirror him all the way through. That's a really, really good rep from Kelvin Banks Jr. Next one here, once again, same thing. Really good patience. Really good set. I like how he gives this guide hand on the inside to help out on the inside, right? Nice little hand out there, throwing it out there just in case, right? While we also are focused on our man. Again, perfect set. Check out the crotch to inside leg ratio. Throwing that outside strike first, independent hands. And then he comes back around with that that inside clamp right there. And he's just going to anchor down. Now he slips a little bit right here. His ankle kind of moves in a weird way. Kind of scared me watching this live, but he's fine. And I don't know what kind of turf they got down there in LA, but everybody was slipping and sliding all day long during this game. It was actually kind of frustrating to watching the film back, especially because I think Kendre Miller could have had a couple big runs if not for him slipping. But that's beside the point. Again, I like him giving help to the inside there. Then boom, striking first, outside, inside hand right there, clamping up, anchoring down, stopping the rusher. This next one here, this is a really nice pass off between him and the left guard pinning. So we're gonna get an ET stunt. So we're gonna get this guy stunting inside, and then we're gonna get this guy looping outside, right? And there's ET stunts and there's TE stunts. ET, the end is gonna go first. TE, the tackle is gonna go first. And whichever side that you are on, let's say, so for example, this is an ET where this guy goes first. The tackle's job is to violently pass him over to the guard so that the guard has no choice but to accept him, right? And then once he passes him over, then he absorbs the looper. And you can see Kelvin Banks Jr. does this to perfection here. And it's something that he was excellent at when he was with the Texas Longhorns. All right, so let's watch it play out in real time. Beautiful pass off and absorb the looper, right? Pinning does a nice job, but again, anytime that you have the guy that's stunting inside, right, it's really your job to make sure that the guy you're passing it off to, again, has no choice but to accept him. Watch how violent he is with this pass off. Here, Pinning, take him, and Pinning's like, okay, sure, I'll take him, and he does, right? And then again, Banks comes back out with those light feet and accepts the looper. I mean, it genuinely, and I'm not being biased, does not get any better than that when it comes to handling an ET stunt. I mean, look at this. Boom, boom. This next one here, he is sealing off the outside on this outside zone run. So Kendre Miller can get the edge. And here's one of the examples. I didn't let it play through because he slips and, gets tackled. But here's one of the examples of him slipping right there when I think he could have cut this thing up. Like right there, he slips, right? But hey, it is what it is. But again, Kelvin Banks Jr., fantastic job. Now, what he does here is a technique that they teach at Texas. They like to stay square on their reach blocks, right? And you can see how he's staying square and almost like shuffling. And then of course the end kind of helps out by going inside, but hey, makes Banks' job easier, right? Accepts him, walls him off right there, seals him off, and, creates that corner there for Kendre Miller. Next one here he is working one-on-one on the duo run concept. It's just going to hit him and drive his feet and get a little bit of displacement, right? One-on-one block. This is good at the NFL level, right? Very oftentimes you're going to see a guy in a one-on-one block completely drive somebody off the ball, but this is a really good job by Kelvin Banks right here. Good step, 2 steps in the ground, low. Look how low he is. His helmet is lower than the defender's. Nice leverage. Then we're just going to explode and we're going to drive our feet, right? Take that one back from the top one more time. Look how low he stays. 2 feet in the ground. Boom, boom. Run your feet. Really nice job. Next one here, this is going to be an outside run to the left once again. And this is a really nice job by Pinning and Banks working together. So they're essentially going to be comboing here to the second level, right? And Banks is going to reach this guy, and then he's going to make sure he can pass him back to Pinning, and then Pinning will get on the play side of him, and then Banks will climb to the second level. So let's check it out here. Ooh, rewind it one more time. There we go. Check this out. Again, we use that sort of, look at that. Run your feet. He's reached. Pinning overtakes him, right? And Pinning, that's a beautiful job by Pinning, torquing the body and turning him inside. And then Banks is able to work up to the second level and get a piece of that second level defender right there. That's a beautiful job. Let's watch that one more time. Nice. Here he is, just staying patient, looking for work. Right, his guy drops out. So he's going to immediately snap his head inside and find this rusher, right? Simple, beautiful, elegant, all the way around. It's just look how light on his feet he is, right? But I want you to see, watch as soon as this defender drops out. Watch how quick he snaps his head inside. Boom, inside. Overtake him. And then the last one here that we'll look at, now he's on the right side of your screen if you didn't notice. Again, just a beautiful set. Glides out there perfectly. Glide. Nice punch. Good strong punch too. This was on a sack fumble, so we're going to pretend we didn't see that. And the video cut off. Give me a second. And I'm back. Here we go again. Let's watch it one more time. This time we'll sort of slow it down so that don't happen again. But again, look at the set. It's just so smooth. Right there is perfect. If he would have took one more kick back, this is going to be oversetting, but it's not. Look at that left hand of his. Boom. Strong strike right there. Boom. Stops him in his tracks, right? And normally when you see a tackle get sort of overextended like this, right, like Banks does here, right there, that's not good. But because he has such good feet, he's able to quickly recover and get back in front of his defender and be there for him the entire way. I mean, again, this is how smooth it is. Out there, Boom. Good stuff. But yeah, that's Kelvin Banks Jr., his first pro game. Thought he played well. Appreciate you guys watching. Peace.